Good. That's exactly what these meetings are for. So what you got? Fire away.
Okay, so my friend introduced me to this, and I've been looking at, like, I was in lives, I was in real estate meals, I was in his live, but then it was another person. He's like really known on Instagram. It's like a white male. He has like blonde hair. I don't know his name, but um I haven't really, like, it might sound like an excuse, but I haven't really had no time to really just sit down and learn. Eventually I was going to. I'm in high school right now, and I've been doing a lot of work, and I do like content. So I just figured if it was a way I could pay to get like one-on-one training and learn it, then I would
Wait,
do that.
pay who?
Like anybody, if y'all had a one-on-one. But I see now I don't have to pay, right?
No, yeah, no, we don't do that shit here.
Yeah.
I help everybody the same.
Okay, good. So yeah, I honestly don't know where to start. Like, I know you go on Realtor, and then, or Zillow, and then you find houses, and then you got to use the bot, the deal sniper, and buy box cartel was in another Discord. They had like buy box cartel and some other stuff, but I don't know anything right now. So could you
Okay,
just
so
walk me through
do you have any experience wholesaling at all?
products? I do products, like I resell, wholesale, that type of thing.
Okay, so you know the concept. We're buying it for one price and then selling it for a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this process, there's a couple of different directions you can go. If you have more
Hmm.
money than time, I would recommend hiring a VA. A VA will call thousands and thousands of people a month for you, and then they will send you the leads of the people who say, yes, I want to sell my house. That's one way to go. If you have more time than money, then you can do things like driving for dollars or contacting not estate sales. What is it called? Back taxes. You can go that route. People have a lot of violations on their house. You can go that route and cold call them, or you can use Deal Sniper. So Deal Sniper
Hmm.
is the better way to go. One, because you can do it from your living room. You don't have to drive nowhere, spend no gas. You don't have to do nothing, and you're not cold calling anyone. All you have to do in Deal Sniper is put in the address of a property that's on market. It will tell you what to offer, and then you email that to the realtor. Now, the formula is we tell people to send out about 20 offers a day or 100 offers a week, however you want to do that. Of that, you'll get about 4 or 5 positive responses from realtors. And of those 4 or 5 positive responses from a realtor, you'll close about 2 to 3 deals a week.
Hmm.
So I can run you through one right now to show you exactly how to use it. There are some videos up on the channel already that breaks it down, but I had no problem showing you how to do it.
Oh yeah, in the Discord, I saw like the whole playlist. I would watch them and stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's what I would do. But let's do. I don't know what this is, but I just want to find some properties for sale. So nearby homes for sale. So if I zoom out and let's say I wanted to do all these, I've got 123 properties I can put offers in on just wherever this is. Where are we? In Niagara Falls. So I want to be, let's see, I want to set my filters to the only one that really matters is this one here. Max time on Redfin. I want more than 90 days. So there are 38 homes that have been on market for more than 98 days. And I'm just going to go through the line. So I look at this one. This one's been on market 91 days. All I'm going to do is copy the address
mhm.
and I'm going to go to Deal Sniper. I'm going to put the address in. It'll bring it up. If you're in a non-disclosure state, it'll scrub the information for you and give it to you anyway. So they're selling this property for $110,000. We don't know if there's a mortgage, so we're just going to assume there isn't one. We're going to put no. And then I want to clean up my numbers, and I see a lot of new people not doing this. So a purchase price of $120,998.90. That's stupid. We're just going to clean it up. 120,000. Okay. Same thing with the down payment. We're going to clean it up. $8,000. Very simple. Same thing with the monthly payment, $378.40. Nah, we'll just do, what are we closer to? 400? Let's do 400. So once you have, and this is your offer, this is it. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this button right here. That's copy. Basically, just copy this, and you're going to paste it into an email. But you got to find the email address. So for this one, you can see right here, it is listed by Lilia. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because I'm going to butcher it. Here's the broker phone number, and boom, here's the email address. So I'm going to copy this email address. I'm going to put it in an email. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it in an email. Now, granted, you want to put your name here, your contact info, and the realtor's name. And then I hit send. You want to do that 20 times a day, at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. When a realtor responds positively, let me know. And depending on what they respond with will determine what our next step is. If they want to get on the phone and talk to you about the offer, then I always recommend you go to the deal machine calculator, put the exact same numbers that you offered, which is this. You put these numbers. What's up?
Wait, hold on. 1 second. So I copy these numbers.
Yeah.
And put it into the
deal machine.
All right, 1 sec.
So let's just, hell, let's do it. $8,000 down, 112, taxes 1659, insurance 462. Okay.
All right, bet.
So $112,000 is the seller finance amount. They are getting $8,000. We want 10 because we always want to shoot for at least 10. And then I got to look at the rent. Is monthly rent $880. Okay. Oops. All right. Then I'm going to go on this tab down here, seller finance. I'm going to put in the taxes, 1,400, and then this was 460. And then I would have put in the $400 payment that we told them we'd give them. That gives you a 13.81 cash on cash return. If you look over here, our minimum is 10. So if as long as you're above 10, you're good. This is a good deal.
Okay. Okay,
I know I just oversimplified that and made it sound like see, you just do this. And for someone who doesn't know what's going on, I know this is like, what did you just do? It's just data.
It's okay. I have a recording device, so I'm just gonna record this real quick, just in case.
That's all right. I'm recording too, so I'm gonna send everyone the recording in the channel.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, so you guys will get to see it. But yeah, that's basically how you do it. It's just data entry. You're taking the information from here and you're putting it into the first part. And the only other time you need to find out the other information is the taxes, the insurance, and the monthly payment. And that is right here. Taxes, insurance, and the rent. And we offered them, well, I don't know why it changed, but $400. That's it. It's just data entry. You're putting in the information from here and double checking it here. Now, I don't recommend doing this whole part of the deal machine unless a realtor responds positively. Because think about it. If you're sending out 100 offers a week and we're telling you that out of those 100, only 5 of them are going to respond positively, well, you don't want to run 100 deals through deal machine through the calculator. If only just run the ones that respond positively. And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to know what your max is. So let's say this realtor here called you back or text you, whatever, and says, yeah, I want to talk to you about it. When can we talk? And you're like, call me in an hour, whatever. Then you go over to the calculator, you put all the numbers in, and they're going to want to negotiate. They're going to want to negotiate the maximum down payment or the cash to seller, and they're going to want to negotiate the monthly payment. Well, the down payment, the most we can go is 10%. So the most you can give is $12,000. That's the most you can do. So if you're offering 8, your max is 12. You got $4,000 to negotiate with. And then on the seller finance amount, you can literally take the monthly payment because if they want more, and you just start slowly adding more money I mean, we're pretty close to our threshold right now.
What's the threshold for that? The payment. Oh wait, is the percent on the side? And
It's right
then
here.
oh, I see. And it has to stay above 10.
It has to stay above 10. So the most you can give this seller is $465 a month.
Okay.
You offered them four, but if they want more than that, you can give them more, but you can only give them $65 more. Give
And
them any more than
so
that, let's say you give them 500, yeah, that deal's not going to work. It's only a 7.9 cash on cash return.
okay, but if someone was to even do like a low amount like that, would they still even make money from the deal?
Who, the seller or the buyer?
Like me, like say this was a real deal, and then I
Yeah.
put 500 and I did 7%. Do I still get money from that?
Wait. If you say that again, if you put 500 where?
Like on the payment, you said if it goes higher than 465, it will drop. And then when you put it at 500, it went to 7%.
Yeah, the deal won't
So,
work. Like I would
oh,
tell you,
like,
don't even lock this up.
oh, okay.
So you have to keep this number above 10%.
All right. And so when I send it to you, basically, are you doing this or I'm doing all of this?
No, you're doing all of this.
Okay.
Now, I
And
will always double check you. If you're like, hey, Sean, take a look at this and make sure if I did it right. Yeah, I'll always do that. I do it for everybody. But as far as the initial part, no, with you guys, your only mission is to send out at least 100 offers a week. And the ones that respond positively, you could double check your numbers here. So that way, if because the realtor, their job is to get the client the best offer. So if you're offering 8, they need to try and get more. And your job is to know how much more is the max on the down payment and the monthly payment, and then tell them why. And the answer is, look, Mr. and Mrs. Realtor, my buyers are going to cash flow this thing. This is going to be a buy and hold for them. So if they can't cash flow, there's no incentive for them to buy it. So we're going to need a little give and take here if your sellers are serious about moving forward. Now, if they're not serious about moving forward, no harm, no foul. My offer's good for 30 days. Let me know if they change their mind. But that's the type of response you're going to have to give them if they start asking for, oh, we want $20,000 down. No, you can't. You can't have $20,000 down. We want $700 a month. No, you can't have that. And the reason why, it's not because I'm being a jerk, is because if I can't show that this deal will cash flow, my investor won't buy it. Why would they buy a deal that has negative cash flow? And at $700 a month, because I already know, it's negative 3.6%. It's negative $756 a year. Why would an investor buy
that's
that?
crazy.
So, and that's what you have to explain to them. But I'll always help you double check your numbers if you need me to double check your numbers. You literally just send me a screenshot of this page and this page. That's it. If it's a seller finance deal, all I need is this and this. That's it.
Okay. All right. So as far as my age, what do I, because I'm not 18, so I have to get my parents to what part do they have to get involved with?
None.
Oh, so I can
None.
like any payments can just go to like a cash app or something.
They would
Is it?
have to go to a bank account unless you
Oh,
have
okay.
the bank wire you a check. Now, here's the only thing I don't know, and I don't know this. I'll find out, but I have no idea. Technically, I don't think if you're a minor, then your signature is valid on a contract.
Hmm.
So if you're not 18 yet, I don't know how you would get around that. I'm sure it's something simple, but I haven't been 18 in 40 years. So I don't know. I have no idea what the workaround for that is. But you know what? I'll ask Calvin. He'll know because he's young. He's a child.
Yeah,
Compared to me, all you guys are children.
I could probably just I probably just have my dad sign it, to be honest,
I
or my
mean,
mom.
yeah, you could do that, but just be aware that if you get like a check sent out to you, it's going in your dad's name. Like a
Yeah.
check's not going to go in your name. Now, if you have your own bank account, then you can give the bank account information to title, and they'll wire the money to your bank account. But if you have to get a check, then the check is going to go in whoever's name is on the contract. And in this situation, if it's your dad, then the check's going to be in his name. So just be aware of that.
Okay.
Make sure you don't owe him any like back allowances or anything.
All right, bet. Any last questions? I think this is all fine. I'm probably really gonna go do some deals right now, and I think that's all for now. To be
I
honest,
would I would definitely recommend a couple of things. One, it seems like you're serious, and that's great. I don't want you to fall into like the analysis paralysis type of thing where it's like, oh, I need to know everything before I do it. Here's what you need to know for this portion, just for now. What you need to know is when you send out an offer, clean up your numbers, make sure that, whatever it, because at the end of the day, this part of Deal Sniper is just a calculator. It's working off percentages and things in the background, and it's just going to give you the actual number, right? But you want to make sure you clean it up because to a real estate agent, it's just going to look like a spam email if it looks like that. It's going to look like the computer generated it. It's probably not real, and they're going to ignore it. So make sure you always round off your numbers, clean them up, make sure they look good, and then just send them out. That's all you got to do. And once someone responds positively to you, let me know and I'll tell you what to say, or we can go through whatever. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to know everything to tell you because every realtor is different. So what some realtors may ask you, like there's no way for me to predict what each individual realtor is going to ask you. The best thing for you to do is to find out the questions that they have and then say something along the lines of, hey, you know what? My partner, he's not really like a phone guy, but he's the one that does all the numbers. Let me get with him and let me find out for you. Give me like 15 minutes. And then just text me whatever they asked you and then let me know. And I'll tell you what to say.
So, you said, let me get with my phone guy. Can you reset that whole statement so I could work around that? And every time I need to like say that to somebody, I could like reword it or whatever.
Sure. So let's say they ask you like a question that you don't know the answer to, right? You're going to say, well, here's the thing, Mr. Mrs. Realtor. I have a partner that kind of does all the numbers, but he's not really a phone person. You know what I mean? He's kind of an introvert. So let me find out from him that answer for you. Give me 15 minutes and I'll call you right back, or I'll text it to you. And then just DM me or put in the chat, the main chat, what the question was, and I'll answer it. And then you just copy my answer.
All right.
Because there's no way for me to predict what they're going to ask you, but I can definitely answer a question once I know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So another thing, just for me to understand it. So you also do this as well?
Yeah.
Like, are you in this profession?
Yeah, okay. I've been wholesaling for a few years.
All right. So when y'all are like helping us, if I do a deal with you, like what is the cut that you get, or like what do you get out of helping everybody?
I just like helping everyone. I don't believe in gatekeeping. Like this is free. The channel that I'm doing, like you guys are already paying to be in the Discord. So you're paying for Deal Sniper. That's why all the help is free. Whatever you guys need, I'm gonna help you. Now, if you need us to help you sell a deal for you, meaning you get a deal under contract, but you don't exactly know how to dispo it, meaning sell it to an investor, I'll tell you how to do it. I'm not gonna gatekeep it, but obviously you'll have a better chance of selling it by an established disposition team, which is what I have. So if you have my team sell your deal for you, yeah, then there's a split. You get 60%, we get 40.
Okay.
So on a $10,000 assignment, you get $6,000, we get $4,000.
Okay, bet. That's cool.
But that's not necessary. Like you don't have to do that. There's 4 or 5 deals that got locked up, and I'm pretty sure I already have buyers from last week for a couple of people in the Discord. I don't even know what they are. They found their own buyers. So it's possible. You can definitely do that. But for someone who's like, nah, I just want, let me do the acquisitions. I'll learn disposition later on. Right now, I just want to start generating some income. then yeah, you can hire a team to do it for you. But that's entirely up to you.
Oh, so okay, I know what you mean. So there's this other thing. I was in like another Discord, and it's a thing called Buy Box Cartel. You know what that
Okay.
is?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, and I think that's a place where you get buyers, but I don't even know that process either. Like, do you know if it's anywhere I could read how to talk to a buyer? Like, I don't. I know one of my friends. They said you can really close on a lot of deals if you know how to sweet talk to people or find all these buyers, but I don't really think I even have those skills. So
Well, I'm sure you do. I mean, you don't know until you try it. So don't tell yourself you don't know how to do it yet. You don't even know how to do it yet. You know what I mean? You might
yeah.
be phenomenal at it. When it gets to that point, because otherwise this video would be way too long. But when it gets to that point, like once you have a deal under contract, what I always suggest to people is I'll tell you how to dispo the deal, right? You won't be able to do everything my team does because my team has access to disposition platforms like Investor Base, like Investor Lift, things where we pay seven, five, seven, $10,000 a month to reach out to these buyers. We also have internal buyers that we've worked with for years where we're like, oh yeah, this deal is in Arizona. Yeah, I know Carl will take this deal. I'll call him right now, and then he'll take it. But I'll tell you how to dispo the deal step by step, what to do. Try it for a couple of days. If you get traction, good. You sell the deal yourself. And it's the exact same thing. If a buyer asks you a question and you don't know the answer, hold on 1 second. Let me ask the guy who got it under contract or whatever you want to say. And then ask me. And I'll tell you what to tell him. My goal in this community is to get you guys to a point where you don't need me anymore. That's why I don't gatekeep
Yeah.
anything. To be honest with you, I'm kind of lazy. I don't like doing a lot of work. Me, I want to play video games and my VR all day and just chill. But I know what it's like to be new. So I'm
Mhm.
going to help people. And I want you guys to be as self-sufficient as possible. There are some people in a bunch of the communities that I'm in that they don't ever want to learn how to do dispo. They're like, nah, man, if you're only going to take 40%, then yeah, I'll send you my deals and I'll take my 6 grand or 5 grand or whatever it is. And there are people who like, nah, at some point I want to start my own team. I want to start my own thing. So I need to learn how to do acquisitions and I need to learn how to do dispositions. Okay, I'll teach you how to do it. That's it.
Yeah. Mhm. All right. Well, is that all?
If that's all the questions you had.
Yeah. Um, I think I'm good now. I'm not trying to like cut this short. It's just
No, it's this like I said, I'm recording all this because chances are any questions that you have, someone else is going to have. That's why I upload it. So here's what I was going to originally. I don't want you to get into the analysis paralysis kind of thing. That's bad.
mhm.
Action is always going to be better. Even if you mess up a lot, the only reason I'm good at this is because I've messed up more than most and I learn from
Yeah.
my mistakes. But at the same time, especially because of your age, you're going to have, luckily, you don't sound young, but you're going to have a hard
Mhm.
time people taking you seriously because of your age if they find out. And the
Yeah.
only way to combat that is with knowledge. Like, no, hold on. Don't judge me because I'm 17 and you start dropping all these facts on them and knowledge and you're talking to them like you know what you're doing. That's going to be what's going to combat that. And in order to get that knowledge, I want you to the go through the YouTube channel and watch all the videos that pertain to the beginning part of this. The one that how to break down and underwrite a seller financing deal. What's a seller financing deal? The benefits. Watch those videos. You don't have to watch them all. Just watch the ones that apply to the beginning part that you're in now. So that way, if you do get on the phone with the realtor, it's all well and good to be like, oh, my partner is going to answer your question. Give me a minute. But you're obviously going to look much better and much more solid if they ask you a question and you return with an answer. And the only way you're going to do that is with knowledge. So that's what I would do. But in the meantime, in between those videos, I mean, you can have the videos playing in the background and still be sending out offers. You still need
Yeah.
to have action. So send those offers out, but watch those videos. It'll help fill in some of the gaps that you don't even realize you have.
Okay, I'll definitely do that because that was one of my main issues. worrying about like my age and calling people, because even when I do call people, I don't know. I'm working on my professionalism and stuff, and trying to be more professional and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Couple of things that I've noticed. You say a lot. You also, instead of saying because, you say cuz. I wouldn't do that. And I do that a lot on my text because I talk to text. I hate texting. Like I love texting, but actually texting with my fingers, I hate it. So a lot of times I'd be like, oh yeah, we got to do this because it's only, and then it'll say, the talk to text will say cuz, and then I got to go in there and change it to because. So just stuff like that. The only thing that I would say is just listen to how other people talk. Listen to some of my other recordings when I'm talking to people. Listen to the ones where I'm talking to sellers. I'm actually talking to
mhm.
the owners of the house. Like right now, here, I'll say it like this. I can see you, right? I see your camera. You can't see me at all,
Yeah,
right? What color am I?
white.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. I am darker than you, sir. I am dark like under the bed, like half past
That's
midnight.
crazy.
But this isn't my real voice. This isn't my
Mm,
normal cadence. I have to teach myself to talk like this so people don't judge me by my voice. And if I can do it, I'm not special. You can do it too.
yeah.
Everybody can do it. My mother is from South Central Los Angeles. I am black, black, but no one would ever know that. Everyone says the same thing. Oh, Sean, yeah, you're white. Probably blonde hair, blue eyes, or you're or ginger. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So
Yeah.
I would listen to how other people. It just all you got to do is be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying it.
Mm,
You want to stop saying and so much? Slow down when you talk. All that means when you're saying filler words, your brain hasn't caught up or your mouth hasn't caught up to your brain. That's all. How do you combat that? Slow down. Talk slower. That way your mouth and your brain can sync up. You won't say as much.
yeah.
Just stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on that for sure.
You want to know another thing you could do?
What?
Download any free recording device on your phone or your computer, whatever, and record yourself talking. Now, it can't be something scripted. It's got to be something improv. You got to just start explaining seller finance and record yourself for
Mhm.
5 minutes. And then without looking at the screen, play the recording back and listen to how you sound. And you'll be able to identify, oh, yeah, I did say, or I do say like. I said, oh, crap, I said cuz. You'll catch all those things. And then you'll be more mindful of it when you're actually on the phone. And do it again. You do it again. You do it again until you don't do those things anymore. I mean, hell, I've been doing this for a long time. I still say, my favorite filler word is like. You know what I mean? Like that's mine. And I have to catch myself every time I'm doing it. So you're not going to be
So,
perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect, but you can absolutely work on it because that's going to be your biggest hurdle. Is people if people find out or get a hint that you are young, that's a hurdle you're going to have to overcome. Because what do they think? Young people, oh, you don't have the experience. You may not know what you're talking. They lose a little bit of confidence.
yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. It does.
All right, man. You got any more questions for me?
Nah, not for real.
All right,
I was just gonna ask a small question. I was gonna ask,
go for it.
um, are you able to like code switch? Like, cause after so much training, you just I always feel like you would just lose how you naturally talk, and you would just be so, you know, like,
You know what happens with a lot of training? You well, at least for me. And I think it's this way for a lot of people. Maybe not all people, but for a lot of people. When you have a certain amount of knowledge of how something works, subconsciously your voice starts to have a lot more confidence in it. See,
mhm,
people can get away with a lot of stuff if they just do it with confidence. And the lack of confidence can annihilate a deal because if you're speaking to someone that and you don't have a lot of confidence, they're going to hear that in your voice. And if you don't have a lot of confidence in what you're saying, they're not going to have a lot of confidence in what you're saying. But if you've got that knowledge behind your head, like, no, this is a good deal. Here's why. I know what I'm talking about. You're going to have not arrogance, but kind of. Like when I talk to people, especially when I'm on the phone with some sellers, even realtors that don't 100% know creative financing, when I tell them how it works, they're like, "Oh, really? Yeah, it works just." They almost feel stupid going against what I'm saying, especially because I tell them how it works. And because of my understanding of how it works, I'm like, oh, yeah, all you got to do is Google this, this, and this, and it'll literally verify everything I'm saying. Then they Google it, and they're like, oh, yeah, he was right. And then yeah, I know that. I said it. I know I was right. I was there when I said it. So you have this confidence that's coming through your voice that, look, I know what I'm talking about. Okay. And then it almost turns into where I'm at now, where if I have a seller or a real estate agent that's being difficult unnecessarily, now it's one thing to be skeptical. Everyone should be skeptical. But being unnecessarily difficult, my favorite move is the takeaway, where I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm interested in the deal, but it needs to be like this, this, or this. If this doesn't work for you, good luck. I'm going to move on to your neighbor. They're selling their house too. And I know that sounds like a jerk move, but that's the attitude you have to have. Because it's
Yeah.
like, all right, look, I gave you my offer. If you don't like it, look, it's good for 30 days. Call me whenever your sellers are ready. I'm going to move on over here. I've got business to take care of. I'll disqualify someone in a heartbeat just because you're difficult to work with. And I can do that because I have the confidence that my next deal, I'll get that one. And if I don't get that one, I'll get the next one because I'm good at this. I know what I'm talking about. Once you have that confidence, sky's the limit. You got any other questions for me?
Nah.
One other thing. See, I just said even I mess up.
Mhm.
I'm good at this. One other thing that you can do, if you go into the Deal Sniper Discord and go on the left side and scroll down towards the bottom, you'll see Sean's deep dives. I would recommend listening to the seller financing one. Actually, you might as well listen to the seller financing, the sub two, the hybrid. And then there's also some deep dives on different tactics when you're on the phone with someone. Just it breaks down a lot of things that'll give you that extra confidence. Like, no, I like a deeper understanding of how it works, which will give you that confidence over the phone once you get to that point. But for now, listen to the information, watch the videos in the background, get that knowledge, but at the same time, send out videos. Or not videos, send out offers.
Okay. Okay, bet. So I should start right now so that I can so I should start right now so I can start to learn or learn from my like mistakes. And then
Well, you should start right now because there's nothing stopping you from sending out 20 offers today. I mean, even if you're slow on a computer, it should only take you an hour to send out 20, maybe an hour and a half. I think one of the newer guys, Tyler, he can correct me if I'm wrong. You can ask him. I think it takes him 3 minutes to send out an offer. Takes him 3 minutes per. And if you're sending out 20, there's your hour.
so should um one which app is the best, like that has the best or the most properties, like do Zillow
Oh, they're
and
both the same.
oh they all show the same
Yeah,
address?
you can use Zillow, Redfin, Realtor, Trulia. Me personally, I like Redfin.
Bet. Well, I'm gonna get started on that.
Yeah, start sending out offers. And then when people are asking you questions, the question is going to be via email because they're going to be responding to an email. So you can literally DM me the question or put it in the main chat and I'll answer it. I'll tell you what to say. I do it for everybody already. And if the answer is super complicated, then I'll literally type out the answer for you and all you have to do is copy and paste it and send it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. That sounds good.
All right, cool deal, man. Start sending out some offers and let me know if you need any more help.
All right, good. Appreciate it.
Oh, and don't pay anyone for one-on-one training, or don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, if you weren't in this community, I guess okay, but I'm here, so just ask. It's free. Don't pay for that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome, bro. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, and the training's that's in 45 minutes, so I'd be on that as well.
All right, bet. Appreciate you.
No worries. I'll drop the link in the Discord.
All right.
All right, cool. See you, man.